Okay, in this video I'm going to take a look at boost pressure, but I won't go straight to boost maps. What I'll do is I'll look at these, and you can see that there's one there, that's two. I've got 3, 4, 5. What have we got further down there? That looks like another one. 6. Jump any further? So 6. So we'll assume that there's 6. We'll just pick one of these. Doesn't really matter which one it is. That one will do. Now what we're looking at here are the boost actuator or boost control maps. So these are the maps that are controlling the turbocharger. This file is a VW file, so what we're looking at is a VNT or a VINT or variable nozzle turbocharger. So this has movable vanes inside, and so we move those with the actuator. The same actuator could open and close a wastegate and let pressure out that way, but this one is moving vanes instead. Now what we get here is a series of numbers, just like we do in an EDC17 file. These numbers represent percentage, so we've got 100%, 97%, 90, 85 and so on. So these represent the percentage opening of the nozzle or the flap or whatever you want to call that. Here engine speed as usual, just like on an EDC16, and here injection quantity milligrams per cycle, just like you would get in an EDC16. The only real difference that you get between this and EDC16 is that often with EDC16 the factor for these is something like 0.01 to change the numbers into a percentage, whereas in EDC17 the factor required is often this one, 0.012207, because it's based on 1 divided by 8192 for 100% or for 1 or for 10. In other words, the 1 part is what we're basing on, so that's why we use this factor here. And it's the same system that's used in EDC16. So in other words, what we've got up here is 100%, so we've got the vanes effectively closed, which in a VINT turbo means that you get your maximum pressure. So instantly you start the engine, this should be moved to the maximum point, and then as the engine speed increases with increased injection quantity, the vanes should gradually be closed less. In other words, they should be open, and as they begin to open, that puts less spin pressure on the turbine, and so we get less turbo push from the turbocharger, and so what we're doing is we're actually reducing boost. Now of course that sounds a bit strange, as I mentioned in EDC16 videos, because it seems impossible that we would want to reduce boost as we were increasing speed and injection quantity, but of course it's the amount of relative boost that we're reducing. In other words, we're still increasing boost, but we're reducing the amount of increase. So the increase that we're calling for is becoming less and less and less. If we didn't do that, we would simply have a massive overboost, and in next to no time you would wreck the turbocharger. So you need a way of keeping everything under control so that the turbocharger is running at an optimum rather than running out of control. So that's what this does. The early versions of this are nearly all pneumatically driven, so in other words they are operated by vacuum. The later versions of this, and a lot of the EDC17 ones, are electrical, so this is a percentage based on an electrical signal for a lot of these actuators. The actuator in VWs and in VAG vehicles is often known as an N75 actuator. So there you are, that's what that map is doing. Right, so I'll stop there.